Welcome to my bedroom slash bed. Anyways, hi there. Today I'm doing another project, not necessarily a cosplay, just a project. It's Pokemon themed. I'm gonna try to make my first pair of faux fur ears. I've literally never made them before. I usually buy them from like people who are good at making them. And I decided I wanted to make my own too. It looked like fun. So I did a minimal... So I did what I normally do. A minimal amount of research. And then I bought the supplies. And yeah, now we're gonna do it. Instead of just showing you a bunch of stuff that doesn't make any sense and then giving a voiceover like I normally do, I'm just going to actually tell you what I have. I have some Eva Foam. I don't know the exact millimeter. I would call it medium. I have it left over from my last cosplay. I think it's 2mm, but I'm not sure. I'm using scraps as well as I have these sheets, so lots of foam for me. I bought the Wahl color-coded, I think it's the battery one. No, it's the corded one. It came with the whole kit of supplies for keep maintenance and stuff, and it came with a pair of scissors, and I was like, honestly, the fur's probably gonna fuck it up a lot. Might as well get the whole kit, so I did that. The fur I did get at Joann's. They came in these strips, and because this is a project I haven't done before, I didn't want to spend $40 on a yard fur of one color when they had these like little strips for like, they were like between $3 and $5 a pop. So I just bought a couple of each color that I wanted that I saw there. There was only a few colors. The pink, I got inspiration to do Jigglypuff because of the pink. It's like Jigglypuff pink. So I have this leftover gray felt. I was gonna consider using it for the inner ears. I haven't quite decided yet. We'll see when we get there, kind of thing. I have this felt left over from 1, Joann's, 2, when I was making a stuffed Jigglypuff that's behind me, and I made that well before I used to vlog, and I'm really regretting not vlogging it now, but it was such a process. Okay, the other things I have are aluminum wire. It's 12 gauge. It's just 3 yards. I figured once again that I'm just trying this. If I suck at it and or hate it, more like if I hate it, I will not invest more money into it, but chances are I will enjoy it. So wire cutters. These ones are floral, but they're gonna work. There's no reason they can't work. And I got these headbands to put the ears on. These and the buzzers, I got both of those on Amazon. Everything else that I haven't specifically mentioned I already had from another project came from Joann's, because I'm a one-shop stop kind of gal. If I can get everything in one place, I'm gonna. The things I'm going to use that I already owned, also tool-wise, I have Exo pens, hot glue gun, and like all my scissors and stuff. Anything else you see that I didn't already point out, I already owned from other projects. I don't know why I'm explaining all this like you guys are going to copy me. I'm like, oh yeah, this is a tutorial. I'm giving a tutorial, when in reality is I'm trying a craft for the first time. You guys are here for the ride. I'm basically gonna try to make like, I don't know, like 4.5 inch triangles I think I'll make them only 4 inches and kind of rounded. I'm just going to kind of freehand it and then copy and paste it so that they're identical. I'm hoping that they don't come out too big now that I think about it, but whatever. Bigger's better, right? Okay, so here, come freehand with me. Let's be artists together. Artists. Okay. Start in the corner over here. This looks like a good place to start. So I'm gonna mark my points from there. I probably want to go right along as close to the edge as I can. Let's just mark 4 inches. Now from there, probably 3.5. No, you probably want that big too. Man, this probably isn't big enough. Let's just turn onto the other side. Okay. So we probably want 4 by 4 by 4 and then to just shape it the right way. So let's just do that. Let's try to just do that. 1, 2. Let's just kind of mark because we need to. So close. That looks right. Definitely want this to be kind of round, end in a point, come down. We want this to curve for a head. So we'll cut this out and then we will try it on my mannequin before I go any further.
I went ahead and sped this part up and didn't talk to the camera too much because I didn't want to cut myself with my X-Acto knife. I hope you guys don't mind.
So this is my initial triangle. Let's just grab my mannequin. It has a wig on right now, which is kind of fine. I think it needs a little more, it's a little wide on the bottom. Needs a little more curve. What can we do here? Maybe we can just bring this in and bring the curve just slightly up. Okay, let's try this again. Oh yeah, that's much better. I think that's good because Jigglypuff's ears should go to the side. Well, let's trim this a little bit. This kind of looks weird. Okay, well I can't do much about it. Whatever. Anyway, Jigglypuff's ears should kind of tilt to the side because she has that curl. Anyways, I think it's good. I think I'll copy this little pattern and this will be our guy.
This honestly has to be the easiest part of the project. All I did was place my little foam ear pattern on top of the foam and draw an outline around it with my pencil. So I literally was copy and pasting with my pencil onto the new foam, and I think that should make sure that they are both identical.
I feel like it would really suck to try to, like, only half try to get them to be the same. I would be very disappointed in myself. scissors on that part. Get rid of all the garbage. I'm gonna record my pattern onto this piece of paper real quick so I don't lose it in case I want to remake it.
This is one of the very few times you will see me actually thinking ahead. I wanted to have the possibility of maybe using this pattern again if I wanted, so I decided to actually trace the foam pattern onto a piece of paper and label it. I don't know why I wrote the label on the paper. It should be in the ears.
The next step is to cut the fur out with the pattern drawn on the back. I know this is not the best way to do that, but I'm doing it for myself, not for anybody else, so like why would I bother doing it the best? I don't know, I feel like when I do something for somebody else, I put so much more effort into it. I don't know if anybody else it feels this way, but when it's for somebody else, it just seems like you need to put more effort into it. I bet I can use the pencil for this. I know like I could dig out my chalk, but if my pencil will work, I'm just gonna use my pencil.
I went ahead and stopped talking to the camera again during this portion because I didn't want to accidentally cut a bunch of the fur before I got a chance to see what it was along the edges, even though I ended up trimming everything from the edges off, and I could have held a conversation during this part. I think it's better that when you're working with sharp objects to maybe focus on the thing you're doing with said sharp object. I just think that puts you at a slightly lower risk for doing something like, I don't know, cutting your fingers off. Not that I am missing any fingers or anything, but I don't want to be missing any fingers someday. So, I don't know. I'm over explaining. Literally nobody is offended that I speed up and voice over when you're using sharp objects. Literally nobody.
So I have 4 fluffy pink triangles now. I don't really know what the next step should be. If I should like trim them first or get them all glued together first. I think we'll get them together first. These are not perfect, that's fine. So we'll lay this out. And then, as far as I understand, you just want to take the wire. Not have it do that. Okay. And kind of bend it to shape. I'm going to use the foam to do that. I'm doing the same exact thing I did the first time. I'm going to try to use the foam to help me get the triangle shape I want. I'm also using my nail to kind of make it point more. I'm sure there's a better way. Once again, like with everything I do, I am 100% sure there's a better way. I'm just not the kind of person to spend a lot of time looking for that better way. Ooh. I heard my nail make a sound. I think it came up a little. That's not good.
Speed it up. You're taking too long and you're not talking a lot. Every time I get like hyper focused, I just kind of stop talking to the camera, and so I keep having to do these voiceovers and just like watch myself struggle. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm struggling to get this wire straight. But they honestly came out really nice. I like the pattern.
Okay, so I've actually thought ahead, and I have the hot glue gun already heated, so I'm just going to do the last check that the tops will line up with the bottoms.
Even though I am speeding this up and like not talking to the camera so that I don't burn myself with the hot glue gun, I did in fact actually burn myself with the hot glue at least twice during this project because I don't know. I am just incapable of working with hot glue and not burning myself. I'm going to actually explain what I'm doing real quick. So I'm laying the wire around the foam on the first layer of fur, and then I'm lining the edge of the foam and the wire, the 12 gauge wire, with hot glue. Then I'm taking that second layer of fur and trying to press everything together so that it glues the wire, the foam, and both layers of fur all together for maximum stability. I saw lots of videos of all other cosplayers and their different methods, but I just personally am not the kind of person to follow a tutorial, and so I mostly just got the supply list I needed from the internet and ran with it. There are certainly much better methods to this. This is
I feel like I cannot do one of these hot projects with a hot glue gun without burning myself. Is it just me? Am I just not very good at doing the glue? Am I not very coordinated? I can't think of the word I'm trying to think of here, but I'm just gonna go back to being quiet. I'll update you when we get to the end of this. Floof? Does anybody want a new pet? A new Fluffy?
my first attempt at using this method. I made a pair of faux fur ears for my Blair cosplay, but they were just sewing and scissor cutting. I didn't have any of the stuff I have now to make this project when I made the Blair the cat ears. This is much more intense, and these are much nicer.
So, you can see the seams all ugly and stuff. I'm just gonna fix that by trying to just cut along it. So that at least it's even. So yeah, one of my lights just fell and broke on my desk. And that was mildly terrifying. And now I cleaned that up and we're gonna finish the ears.
With my smallest guard, I'm going to go ahead and add detailing into the shave by making the indents in the ears that I want to color in later. I want it to be shorter fur in there so that the edges stick out. I don't know if I'm actually going to succeed with this in this moment, but that's the general idea I'm going for. After I get everything trimmed up, I begin coloring in the triangle with the different Sharpies. And I started with blue, purpley color in the center, but I quickly realized I wanted more of a gray tone. But it was already too late to abandon the blue-purple center, so I just kind of worked with it and did 2 layers, both using the grays and the blue-purple color. I used indigo. What are colors? The rest of the project is just detailing, so I'm going to let you guys sit back and watch me struggle to be artistic with some music and show off the finished product. If you made it this far in the video, seriously, thank you so much. You don't have to like or subscribe or anything, but I would appreciate it. That's all the self-promotion I'll do. I hope you enjoy the finished product and have a great day.
I think I did it. This is my best attempt. Maybe I should make them less fluffy. Jigglypuff has less fluffy, I think. Let's just turn it down a notch. Okay, there she is. There's my ears, my first pair of faux fur ears. Jigglypuff inspired. Okay, I'll try them on. So I went back and did a little bit more trimming. I'm not exactly 100% pleased with how they came out, but you know, for my very first time trying this ever, they came out pretty good. I don't know if they look like Jigglypuff's ears though. Too big.